Experience, execution, and star power push Los Angeles to the Super Bowl. The stage could not be bigger, the pressure could not be heavier, and the stakes could not be higher. The NFL Conference Championship game is where legacies are shaped, careers are defined, and franchises either take a step closer to immortality or are forced to wait another year. In this year's NFC Conference Championship, the spotlight falls squarely on a classic NFC West rivalry as the Los Angeles Rams face the Seattle Seahawks in a matchup packed with history, tension, and championship implications. After a deep analysis of form, roster balance, coaching strategy, and postseason performance, the pick is clear: the Los Angeles Rams are poised to prevail over the Seattle Seahawks and punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. This game is more than just a clash of two divisional rivals. It is a philosophical battle between explosive offense and disciplined defense, between postseason-tested veterans and resilient underdogs, and between two franchises that know each other all too well. Fire, a rivalry built for January football. Few rivalries in the NFL have delivered drama quite like Rams vs. Seahawks. Over the past decade, these two teams have repeatedly met in high-stakes situations, often with playoff implications on the line. Familiarity breeds intensity, and when these teams meet in January, every snap carries added weight. Seattle has traditionally leaned on toughness, physicality, and a defensive mindset, while the Rams have evolved into a high-powered offensive machine built around precision passing, elite route running, and creative play calling. This contrast makes their postseason battles particularly compelling. Rams playoff journey. Momentum meets maturity. The Rams enter the conference championship riding a wave of confidence built on dominant playoff performances. Their path to this game has been defined by offensive efficiency, defensive adaptability, and coaching clarity. Offensive firepower. At the heart of the Rams' success is their offense, which has been operating at peak efficiency during the postseason. The quarterback has shown poise under pressure, making quick reads and delivering accurate throws in tight windows. The offensive line has provided strong protection, allowing the passing game to stretch the field and keep defenses guessing. The Rams' receiving core is arguably the most polished unit left in the NFC playoffs. Route precision, chemistry, and situational awareness have turned third downs into scoring opportunities and red zone trips into touchdowns. Balanced attack. Unlike some teams that rely too heavily on one dimension, the Rams have struck a healthy balance between the run and the pass. Their ground game may not dominate headlines, but it has done enough to control tempo, drain the clock, and keep opposing defenses honest. Blue Square Seahawks road to the championship, grit and resilience. Seattle's presence in the conference championship is a testament to resilience. Written off by many analysts earlier in the season, the Seahawks have thrived in the underdog role, leaning on defensive discipline and timely offensive execution. Defensive identity. Seattle's defense has been the backbone of their playoff run. Physical at the line of scrimmage and aggressive in coverage, the Seahawks have forced turnovers at critical moments and limited big plays. Their ability to disguise coverages and pressure the quarterback has frustrated opponents throughout the postseason. Offensive limitations. However, while the Seahawks' defense has kept them competitive, their offense has been inconsistent. Long scoring drives have been rare, and explosive plays have often come sporadically rather than systematically. Against an offense as efficient as the Rams, this inconsistency could prove costly. Brain coaching chess match. McVay vs. Seattle's system. Coaching often decides playoff games, and this matchup features one of the NFL's sharpest offensive minds going against a disciplined, system-driven Seattle staff. Sean McVay's advantage. Sean McVay's postseason experience is a major factor in favor of the Rams. His ability to adjust mid-game, exploit mismatches, and script early offensive success has repeatedly given the Rams an edge in high-pressure situations. McVay's familiarity with Seattle's defensive tendencies also works to Los Angeles' advantage. Years of facing the Seahawks twice a season have given him a deep understanding of how to counter their schemes. Seattle's discipline. Seattle's coaching staff deserves credit for keeping the team competitive and focused. Their conservative, mistake-averse approach can frustrate opponents, but against a team that thrives on rhythm and tempo like the Rams, playing not to lose may not be enough. Brick trenches decide championships. Conference championship games are often won in the trenches, and this is another area where the Rams hold a slight edge. Rams offensive line. Los Angeles' offensive line has been outstanding in pass protection throughout the playoffs. Keeping the pocket clean allows the Rams quarterback to go through progressions and punish defenses that hesitate even briefly. Defensive pressure. On the defensive side, the Rams have consistently generated pressure without relying solely on blitzes. This flexibility allows them to keep coverage intact while still disrupting the quarterback's rhythm, a critical factor against Seattle's timing-based offense. Star power in big moments. Championship games often come down to which stars rise to the occasion, and the Rams have a roster filled with players who have delivered on the biggest stages. From elite pass rushers to clutch receivers, Los Angeles has multiple game changers capable of swinging momentum in a matter of seconds. Seattle, while talented, relies more on collective effort than individual brilliance, a strength in many scenarios, but sometimes a limitation in winner-take-all games. Bar graph key matchups to watch. Rams receivers vs. Seahawks secondary. If Los Angeles consistently wins one-on-one matchups, the game could tilt early. Turnover battle. Seattle must force turnovers to stay competitive. A clean game favors the Rams. Red zone efficiency. Touchdowns instead of field goals will decide the outcome. Third down conversions. Sustaining drives will wear down Seattle's defense and control time of possession. Stadium experience under pressure. The Rams' recent postseason history gives them a psychological edge. Many players on this roster have already navigated conference championships and Super Bowls. That experience matters when nerves are tested and mistakes are magnified. Seattle's younger contributors have shown promise, but the intensity of a conference championship, especially against a divisional rival, can expose inexperience. Crystal ball final prediction. Rams advance to the Super Bowl. Everything about this matchup points toward a hard-fought but controlled victory for the Los Angeles Rams. Seattle's defense will keep the game competitive early, but as adjustments are made and fatigue sets in, the Rams' superior offensive depth and coaching flexibility should take over. Predicted outcome. Rams defeat Seahawks by 7 to 10 points, controlling the fourth quarter and sealing the win with disciplined execution rather than explosive chaos. Trophy. What this win means. For the Rams, a victory cements their status as the NFC's most complete team and sets the stage for another Super Bowl appearance. For Seattle, even in defeat, this postseason run signals a bright future, but also highlights the gap they must close to return to the league's ultimate stage. Ram final word. In a rivalry built on tension and respect, the Los Angeles Rams' balance, experience, and star power ultimately make the difference. When the dust settles, it's the Rams who stand one win away from football immortality.